But some people are having some trouble with the distributing. I'm going to try showing you a different method. It's one that is a little more similar to apparently how you learned multiplication in elementary school, which explains a lot of why you guys have trouble learning or doing multiplication, but whatever. So if we want to simplify the expression 4 times 5x minus 3, all in parentheses. The way I've been showing you to do it is by drawing arrows and doing all that fun stuff. But today I'm going to show you the box method. So what we're going to do first is take the number that's directly outside the parentheses and put that on one side. What is the number that is directly outside the parentheses?
Wait, what?
I didn't share my screen.
Can you
Wow.
you re-say that last like 5 seconds?
Sorry, I didn't share my screen, so none of that made sense to any of you. Let me try that again. We want to simplify this expression. It's 4 times 5x minus 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the box method. I think this is how you guys learned how to do multiplication. What is the number that's directly outside the parentheses here? Now you can actually see it. So why is everybody doing it in chat? You guys all have mics?
It's
4.
4.
It is 4. So we're going to take a 4. And we're going to put it right here. What are the two terms that are inside the parentheses?
5x and 3.
Yeah. -3.
-3. So we're going to have a 5x and we're going to have a -3. And we're going to make little boxes. Woo! Did I have the boxes fill themselves in? I don't think so.
Oh, not that thing again. That thing's horrible.
So this is an alternative way to do distribution. Now, you do not have to use this method if you don't want to, but I'm going to go over it today because some of you seem to be having some trouble. So what is 4 times 5x?
20x.
Indeed it is. I don't have my pen today, so my handwriting is going to look extra bad, just so you all know. So you have a 20x. What is 4 times -3?
I think it actually looks better today.
What is 4 times -3?
It's either -12 or just 12.
-12.
It's -12. All right. So this leaves us with the expression 20x minus 12. Easy peasy. Candler, you were one of the ones that were struggling with this in class. So yes, you do need to learn this because this is the easier way to do it. Admittedly, this takes a lot more time, but apparently this is closer to what you guys learned before. Okay. Right. My annotations don't clear. Okay, next up, we've got -2 times 7x plus 12. So once again, we're going to want to make our little box. We have a -2 over here. We have a 7x. We have a 12. Make our little boxes, and then we're going to fill those in. What's going to be in this first box? What's -2 times 7x?
-14x.
-14x. Oh, this is so bad. And what's -2 times 12?
-24.
-24.
It looks like a 1.
Yeah, it's not good. And this leaves us with our expression, which is just -14x minus 24. Starting to get the hang of it? I'm assuming some of you already knew how to do it beforehand anyway. So you guys tell me. Now this one's a little bit different. This one's tougher. We've got 3 plus 5 times 3x plus 12 minus 4x. So this 3, this is something that was really confusing, kids. This 3 right here, you can't do anything with this yet. We need to do our multiplication first, right? If we're doing PEMDAS, whatever is in parentheses comes first, and then we have exponents, and then multiplication and division, and then addition and subtraction. So this is what we're going to do last. So first thing we need to do is distribute. And now that we're doing the distribution with the box method, we're going to make our box. So we're going to have 5 on one side, and then we have on the bottom 3x, 12, and -4x. What do all of these multiply to? Start with the first one.
15x.
15.
60, and -20x.
Very good. 60 and -20x. So this leaves us with, we still have our 3 from the beginning that we didn't do anything with. So 3 plus, now we have 15x. Oh, this is so bad. Plus 60 minus 20x. Which of these things can we combine together?
The 15x and 20x. which
Okay,
will
the
give you
15x. What's that?
Give you 35x.
Careful. This is 15x. This is negative 20x. What does that leave us with?
5x.
Negative 5x.
I was about to say,
And then we have our 60 and our 3, which can combine. So we have 63 minus 5x. I don't think there's anything else on this one. Yeah. Okay. Does that make sense? People see how I get this? Okay. If you haven't finished the assignments for distribution, this is another method you can use in order to get those done. It is important to get those done and turned in. We are going to have a quiz about that stuff later this week, but we're going to add a couple, well, 2 more things to it before we actually do the quiz. Today, what we're going to look at is something called factoring. So let me erase all the annotations. This is so annoying without my pen. I like my pen so much better. So factoring expressions is basically like going in reverse. So it can be more helpful to solve problems like this, and that'll make a lot more sense when you get to like algebraic expressions later. But we want to learn how to do this skill now so that when you get there, you'll have some idea of what you're supposed to do. When 2 or more parts of an expression have a common factor, we can rewrite the expression as a distribution problem, which is a bunch of fancy words that will make sense on the next page. So we have this expression right here, 4x plus 16. And this is as simplified as we can make it. But it might actually be more helpful for us to have this in a different form. Does anybody know what number is a factor of both 4x and 16? Or what could you divide both of these by?
4.
Yeah, you could divide both of these by 4. And what would that leave us?
Would leave you 4x and 4.
It would leave us with 1x, right? So if we divide this by 4, take some of those out. Jessica, I have no idea what you're doing in chat right now, but it's not particularly helpful. So we'd have 4 times x plus, and then 4, again, 16 divided by 4 leaves us with 4. So this right here is the factored version of this expression. Now, if we were to multiply it back out and distribute this 4, you'll notice that we would end up with the same thing, right? We'd have 4x, because 4 times x, plus 4 times 4, which is 16. So what I want you to do is see if you can factor this one on your own. 50w minus 45. That is the factor, Jasmine, but you need to actually take it out. Almost, Janie. But redo your first bit. The 5w specifically. There you go. Jasmine, you got to take out the 5. So first of all, what's the common factor between these two? Oh, Addie put it in all chat. So good job, Addie. Yeah, you did it. So the common factor is 5. So we can divide both of these by 5, which means we'll have a 5 outside of our parentheses. Then inside, what's 50w divided by 5? Well, I guess Addie already spoiled it. 10 Oh, that's so terrible. This is a parentheses. 10W. And then we have minus 45 divided by 5 is 9. That only looks completely horrible. Okay, I'm not getting a whole lot of responses from people. This is alarming. All right, here's what you got to do before you can leave today. Factor these expressions. Once you're done with this, I will let you go. The only homework
Sounds
for
good.
today is a very short IXL. It is IXL R16. You only need to go to 70 today. No 80s for a 4, just 70. But in order to leave, you need to solve these first. So see if you can do that. If you can't, then ask questions, because that means you're not getting something. But apparently everybody's tired today. Addie, come on, you're killing me. Addie just gave everybody a hint on the first one, and by a hint, I mean gave you all the answer.
Well, you didn't have to tell everybody, because if someone didn't realize, then
Yeah, but that gives me an excuse. Now I can go over this one. So the number we can divide out of here is 7, right? Because we have 7W plus 63. Both of those are multiples of 7. So if we take your 7 out, on the inside, we would be left with 7W divided by 7. That's just W. Plus, and then 63 divided by 7 leaves us with 9. Gracie and Janie, those are both correct for B. Addie, double check your first part for B, but thank you for not putting it in all chat. So yeah, there you go, Addie. No, you, oh goodness. So if you're confused about this, the first thing you want to do is identify what number can you divide both of these by. It might help to ignore the variable. So if we just look at 4 and 2, what number can you divide 4 and 2 by? Yeah, you can divide it by 2. So that means you're going to put 2 outside your parentheses. What is 4t, not 40, but 4t divided by 2? Yeah, it's 2t. And what is 2 divided by 2? Right, 1. So we have 2t plus 1 inside the parentheses. Good, Carmen. Yes, Addie, Janie, and I think Gracie, I saw all had C done. So you can go IXL R16. See ya. Enjoy your sleep, since we're only doing 15 minutes of class today, apparently. So Carmen, yes, that was correct. Good, Aya. Nice. Good, Dakota. Yep. Nicely done. Make sense now? Awesome. Then you can take off. Jasmine, no. Look for the factor. What's your factor for both of these? You can do 2, Charlotte, but you can go further than 2. So same thing, Jasmine. You can do a bigger number than 2. Um, three does not work. Carmen, that is correct. Okay, so what is the factor for this one? Can anybody tell me? It's not 12. Nope, Jasmine, that's not it. What can we divide out? 4 works, but you can go a little bit bigger than 4. 8. So 8 is the factor for both of these. So we're going to put our 8 out here because that's what we're going to divide both of these by. Then in parentheses, what is 56x divided by 8? Correct, Jessica. Correct, Jasmine. Correct, Carmen. Dawn. Tristan. Charlotte. Taven. Louise. Don't know where Candler went. I'm marking him absent. That's not okay. Good, Dawn. Don't know where Emma went either. Okay, so 56x divided by 8 leaves us with 7x. Then, oh, Soul just got here. Are you kidding me? We need to divide the 64 by 8. What do you get when you do the 64 divided by 8? Jessica might have already been answering it. $64 divided by 8. Correct, Charlotte. So write it out. The whole thing. Finish writing it. Oh, the question mark was because you were okay. I get it. Dawn, Carmen, who else? Yeah, Jessica, that works. Soul, you kind of missed the thing. Yeah, there you go, Charlotte. Good. So since 64 divided by 8 is just 8, we're going to be left with this. So these are the answers to all of these ones. Let me see if I have any extra practice ones. I don't. Okay. If you want extra practice with this, feel free to stick around. Otherwise, the IXL is R16. So you can take off and go get started on that. If you just showed up about 3 minutes ago, you'll probably need to watch the recording in order